Hi, welcome to Paint and Publish by Penny Morgan. And today I'm going to try something a little new. I've not done this before, so I'm actually going to work with stencils and watercolor. So let's jump into this. As you can see, I have a stencil here and I have some watercolor paints and I have my brushes. I'm going to be working with a number 9 round and a flat brush. So we're gonna try something, like I said, this is new. I've never done this before. It may turn out to be a mess. So let's be brave. This is Fearless Watercolors. What I wanna do is a really light background of this writing. So I'm just going to pick up a color here and just kind of go with this. And again, first time I'm doing this, so I'm not real sure how this is going to turn out. So just bear with us. It's an experiment in progress. Just want to get a little bit of this lettering here. Not really trying to get much else but the lettering, so I want that old world look. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it looks like. Ta-da! Oh, hey, that's kind of cool. I'm liking that. All right, so now I'm gonna clean my brush off and set this stencil aside. And we are going to pick up our next stencil. That's right, so this time we're working with a peony stencil. I love stencils. Some artists might say they're cheating, but I say use what you've got available to you. Nothing is cheating in the artistic world. We're just going to place this first one here, and this will be the first stencil, and then you can see this is the second stencil, and this is the third stencil, the center, and then there's some leaves, and then there's another little piece that will go right in here. So when it comes to watercolors, we're going to start with our light colors first, and then we'll layer the darker colors on top. Not at all like acrylics, but let's give this a go here. All right, so let's grab something that complements this, and this is a peony, so I'm going to grab a little bit of purple here. Just start to kind of come into this with this little bit of purple. Okay, I'm kind of liking the way that's turning out already. So let's lift this off. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Let's now try the other one. I'm just going to dry this stencil off so I don't get any smudges on here and clean my brush. So, all right. So now let's place the next stencil on top of this. And we'll grab a little darker color here. Let's just grab this pink and let's just make it a little bit heavier here. Just gonna... Uh-oh, I think it's bleeding. That's what happens when you get a little too much water. You know what? There's no reason why we can't use a couple of colors here. I'm trying to make this pink vary in its coloring. Working with stencils is a lot of fun. Kind of takes the guesswork out of stuff too, but it gives you an opportunity to just really explore a whole new technique. Oops, I moved my stencil just a little bit here, so let's realign this. Uh-oh. I tell people when it comes to doing art, mistakes will be made. It's what you do with them that counts. All right, let's pull this off. Oh, yeah, that's not looking too bad. Kind of liking that. All right. Okay. Clean this stencil up over here. Just kind of drying it off. And we need to let this dry. So take a paper towel where this is still a little wet and just blot it. There we go. All right, now let's go ahead and bring our third stencil in. And this is going to go here, just lining it up. Okay, and this time we're gonna go back to that dark purple. Don't want to get too much water again. All right, here we go. Working in these small spaces. Said this is my first time trying this technique. I haven't seen this technique used anywhere. It's kind of something I just came up with. Are there others out there using this technique? I don't know. Probably so. But I love stencils and I enjoy watercolors. So I was like, let me give it a shot. All right, let's pull this off. We've got the darker purple on there now. Oh, yeah, that's looking good. All right, and then there is one more. You just dry the stencil off. And then there is one more piece to the stencil, and that is here. So that's gonna go right in that center there, but we need to let this dry. Now we can experiment a little bit here with some additional water and just pulling those down in there. There's so much you can do with a technique like this. Okay, let's let this dry just a little bit, and then we can take our paper towel and blot this again so we don't have smudges when we lay the next stencil on here. So this is the final stencil, and so this is going to be, let's see if we can do a a golden yellow there. That centerpiece. Maybe into orange. I'm actually just grabbing a couple of colors here to see what happens. Okay. Oh, and that smudged really badly. So, it's okay. We're going to let that dry, and then we're going to come back into it. Because that's the great thing about watercolors, you can do that. So we'll come back into that with some stems and pieces. Now, let's focus on our leaves. Just gonna clean my brush up here. All right, so here are the leaves. And let's go ahead and get this first leaf. Let's put this right here. Let's just go right just an edge over that and let it overlap a little bit. And let's grab a green here. We can actually go ahead, and it's okay if this one runs off the page. Just going to grab this leaf here too while I'm at it. Here, and I'm turning the stencil over. I'm going to bring a leaf out this way. And then we will. Here's the other part of the leaf that needs to go this way. Is that dry? So we can do this. Actually, let's do this one there. Let's find a darker green. This one and add in, where is my other green? And I like that color better, so I'm coming back up here, and I'm just going to hit this one with that color to get rid of the bright. Here we go. It's okay. So now let's take our stencil and go this direction with this leaf. Actually, let's see if we can do. It's going to be that one. pull some of these colors in here. Together. Okay, awesome. I'm liking that. All right, so now let's do another one on this other side. I'm actually gonna reverse the coloring this time. I am pulling the brush strokes from the outside in to give it more of that leaf look. And I'm not worried about it being all one color. I want it to be different colors to give it that contrast. There we go. This one's probably going to turn out a lot better. So, great thing about trial and error. All right, so now let's do the other layer on here. Let's see. What do you think about this technique? Are you going to try it? Tell me in the comments below. I'm Penny. I'll see you next time for more art and publishing. Should we do this as a book cover? I don't know. Tell me in the comments below if you think this one should be a book cover.